Are you ready for the King of the Ice? Pete's Power Plays with Philly Pete starts now on 12 Ounce Sports.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Thursday, December 30th, 2021 episode, last episode of 2021 for Pete's Power Plays. One hell of a year, another year in the books of doing this show, and hey, couldn't be any happier than where I am right now. I'm the host, King of the Ice and fantasy football guru, Philly Pete, and we're live, as always, on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Again, thanks for taking time out of your afternoons and hanging out as we talk yet another positive NHL card in the books. Once again, we are rocking and rolling now. I will discuss that on today's show. Also, tonight's another massive slate in the NHL. So happy that the hockey is back in action. Plus much, much more. But this show, Pete's Power Plays, is sponsored by BetUS. Create an account with them today. Use the promo code 12ounce, 12OZ. Once again, BetUS. Create an account with them today. Use the promo code 12ounce. And they'll match your first deposit up to 125%. You got a lot of college football bowl games going on at the moment right now. I believe UNC and South Carolina are kicking off, I believe, about a half hour ago. Fun-filled bowl games, so start cashing out large. Hockey's back. Again, BetUS, and they'll kickstart you right there. Zingo TV, channel 761. Sign up today, and once again, check out the channel 761. That's my channel. That's the channel Zingo TV. You'll be hearing today's episode live, of course, of Pete's Power Plays. Amazon.com. Of course, 12 Ounce Sports has a website. Check it out today. Go to www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. Don't forget to check out the 12 Ounce Sports store, where we have a large variety of 12 Ounce Sports shows with their apparel, including yours truly, Philly Pete, with Pete's Power Plays apparel. The hoodies are the hot commodity right now in the store, so get yours today. All different kinds of colors, sizes, whatever you name it. Tanks, t-shirts, everything that you need to get you rock and rolling with the King of the Ice himself, and that's me, Philly Pete. All right, so we're back in action. Last night we had to, again, go 5-4, another positive evening on the ice. So let's kick started for you guys real fast. So Preds and Sabres puck line parlay at +1.5. That did not cash out. It was getting close. Predators were down 3-0 to the Caps. Preds come back. They come back, tied up at 3, and an absolute tease of a game, and they get demolished. Capitals basically beat them 5-3. Buffalo, kept it within that goal, that puck line. But unfortunately, the parlay lost. But that it is what it is. Not a big deal. We lose that one. Devil Sabres over 6. That was a cash out. That hit. Oilers money line and the over 5.5. That lost. I mean, you had to take for the value. I did like that same game parlay at +205. Fantastic value there. Just didn't expect Edmonton to kind of get shut down. I mean, the Blues just came out storming. I mean, I'm not surprised. They're a great home team, like I mentioned on the show yesterday, and that's unfortunately how it goes. So Oilers back to their losing ways. That parlay lost. Flyers and Kraken, first period over 1.5. That cashed out, no problem. Canucks Ducks over 5.5. That lost. Caps Preds over 6. That was a live bet. That cashed out. Canucks money line, that cashed out as well. Rangers Panthers over 6. That cashed. And the Flyers Kraken over 6. That lost. So all in all, we go 5-4 on the evening with a plus +0.75 overall unit. So a little less than a unit of positivity. Again, another positive card as well. So we are rolling into the end of this year. And like I said, I mean, we turned it up basically from that beginning of November that was sloppy to basically running the last 2 weeks of November and all of December in the positive pretty much. getting that money back from when we were down over 40 units. So this is good to see. All in all, right now, the NHL record stands at 277 wins, 274 losses. Yes, I'm 3 games over 500 now, and 11 pushes. However, my overall units now still down to now minus 7.45 overall units. So, hey, like I said, I mean, I'll keep reiterating this to those that are really still having difficulty in the NHL. I fought my way back from down 42 units, now down to just practically 7.5 units that I'm down now. So my goal was to get back to even before the new year, and it's quite possible with the games that we have tonight. So let's keep the positive train going. Let's rock and roll. And like I said, 5-4 with a plus 0.75 unit on the evening. Another positive Twitter and client card on schedule that we had. So, let's just keep it going into tonight. We have a pretty solid card, 7 games on tap. So we have a lot of good matchups here tonight. Of course, the key matchup tonight is the Lightning and Panthers tonight. Of course, it's going to be a great game to watch as well. A lot of 7 o'clock, 7:30 games, and then, of course, you have 3 nightcap games that start at 10 o'clock. So, I mean, we're going to be rolling. We're absolutely rolling into the new year. And I just want to say a special thank you to 12 Ounce Sports for, of course, giving me this show. 2 years, basically. Look, I've been capping the NHL for 4 years now with Twitter, and 3 years in existence of having my show. Of course, the first year was just kind of, you didn't see my face. It was just more of audio and a little bit of visuals than anything. And then, of course, now rounding out the new year, having, of course, a live feed video of me, which is great. It worked out great. It's nice, great layouts, everything's great. I love doing this for you guys. So, I mean, hey, listen, if there wouldn't be no Pete's Power Plays or Philly Pete if it wasn't for 12 Ounce Sports. So, thank you for a great new year. I look forward to 2022, and just be on the lookout for 12 Ounce Sports skyrocketing in the future. I mean, we have a lot of great things in the works, and we're absolutely thrilled to not only be a part of this great team and network, but a great family that we have, and a lot of great things to come. And, of course, my wife and my daughter, nothing like having a phenomenal family for another great year, 2021 in the books. A gorgeous daughter that we had 8 months ago, and 4 years in the making of almost basically going to be hitting the 5-year mark with my wife and I. So absolutely great milestone right there in the works. So another hell of a year for the both of us, and couldn't thank her enough for being part of my life. So there you go. My special shout outs that I wanted to give out before the show ends, obviously at 12:30. But on that note, I will take a quick 2-minute commercial break, and when I get back, we're going to discuss the 7-game NHL card, bets, analysis, leans, much, much more. And stay tuned. Stay tuned. The end of the year episode of Pete's Power Plays coming back in 2.
12 Ounce Sports has a new home for betting. BetUS.com is the official place to place your bets and support 12 Ounce Sports. All you have to do is go to BetUS.com and type in the promo code 120ZE and you'll instantly get a deposit bonus. This is America's favorite sports book. And remember, always gamble responsibly.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking that quick 2-minute commercial break with me. This is the Thursday, December 30th, 2021 episode of Pete's Power Plays. I'm your host, the King of the Ice and Fantasy Football Guru, Philly Pete. And hey, listen, we're live on 12 Ounce Sports like always and Zingo TV, channel 761. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the last show of 2021. I always appreciate it, always deep down. Let's rock and roll for the last 2 days of the year. And hey, maybe these last 2 nights in the NHL gives us back to even money. It was the goal of mine. It's what I wanted to do. We're getting there. We're close, but still a little bit more work to do. And let's try and get that back tonight while we can. Last night, like I said, went 5-4 with a plus 0.75 overall unit. That's another plus Twitter client card in the books. We are rolling right now, so let's get another positive night in the books tonight as well. 7 games on the ice tonight, and let's start it off. The Tampa Bay Lightning at the Florida Panthers. Over-runners at 6 here at minus 130. 6.5 in most books right now at minus 110. If you can get the 6 at minus 130, juicy, but I would still take it while you can. This is mostly my heaviest lean of the night in terms of totals. Tampa, Florida, over 6 at minus 130. Maybe minus 135. Depends where you shop around. The 6.5 right now is at minus 110, and I expect it to move up as well. So, but I would consider buying that half goal if you can to 6. Buy it. I still like the 6.5, even though they're a little bit more uglier. But I just expect to see goals galore in this game here tonight, and why not? What a way to kick off a Thursday night with a nice game here tonight in Sunrise. Tampa, Florida. Over-runners at 6 or 6.5, like I said. Florida minus 150 on the money line. Tampa plus 135. 45% of the money is only going to Florida. Looks like 55% of the money is going towards Tampa. So public going towards Tampa's side at a good plus side, plus 135. For a team that's really good on the road. Florida, real quick, 15-3 at home this year. Obviously, we know they won the other night. 8-10 covering the puck line in their last 18 and 6-4 in their last 10. With the overs, Tampa comes in 10-3-1 on the road, not traveling much at all. 8-7 on the road in their last 15, covering the puck line, and 5-5 as well in their last 10. Don't get me wrong, Florida did open up at minus 120. Now they're up to minus 150. So as much movement as there is, the public is still on Tampa. By a small margin, and that's why I like Tampa at this spot here at plus 135. It's a good number to take. They're capable of beating this team. Road record shows as well, 10-3-1 for Tampa on the road. I know Florida is an amazing home team, but don't get me wrong, I expect to see fireworks in this game right off the bat. I'm more of the over on this than I am with the side, but if I'm choosing a side here, I'm going to go with the dog here, and that's the Tampa Bay Lightning. Plus 135 on the money line. Again, solid value for this team. And the over 6. Like I said, I have the over 6 at minus 130, minus 135. Depends where you shop. But most books are turning the leaf to the 6.5 at minus 110, between minus 110 minus 120. So shop around, get the best number that you can. I still like the over 6.5, no doubt about it. I expect to see some fireworks in this game right off the bat. So there you go. Tampa money line and the over 6 or 6.5 between these two teams. And I also like the first period over 1.5 as well. You'll probably pay $1.35, $1.40. Again, shop around, but I do like the first period over in this game as well. Okay. Montreal Canadiens at the Carolina Panthers. Over-under here is at 5.5. This is another game that's probably going to move to 6 at some point, but right now what I have is 5.5, and I want to take the over 5.5 in this spot. 80% of the money. Carolina, first off, is at minus 385 on the money line. Hefty juice. They even opened up at minus 300, quickly up to 385. I'm not surprised here at all. This is just a really lack-sided game whatsoever. Montreal comes in at plus 325 on the money line. Good payout if it were to cash out, but not tonight. 80% of the money on Carolina. I'm not surprised with that at all. Carolina's a great home team, 9-3 at home this year, 7-5 covering the puck line, and 3-5-2 with the overs in their last 10. Montreal comes in 2-11-3 on the road this year, dreadful. 7-9 on their last 16, covering the puck line on the road, and 4-6 with their last 10 with the overs. Of course, the backup is in net tonight for Montreal. I expect Carolina to score maybe 4 on their own, maybe 5. at least 4 for sure. And I'm hoping Montreal could at least get in a goal or 2 of their own and get that over for us. So I'm on the over 5.5 in this game. Habs, Carolina. I like the Canes -1.5 on the puck line. Probably in the team total over 3 or 3.5. I like Carolina to basically bust out in this game here tonight, especially at home. So give me the Canes everywhere, Hurricanes everywhere. Puck line -1.5. I like them in a parlay. If I do a money line parlay, I do consider them. Same game parlay. I would definitely consider Carolina and the over 5.5 in that spot. I think that's a great spot there as well. If you do like SGPs, single game parlays, that is, and the over 5.5, and Carolina 100%. That's where I'm at. End of story, and let's move on from there. Okay, Nashville at the Columbus Blue Jackets. Over under is at 5.5. Columbus opened up at +110. All right, a small dog. Small home dog. Now they're at -110. This is a pick'em game. It moved pretty quickly in their favor. So a lot of money has been flying in on the Jackets. However, only 40% of the money is on Columbus. So the public is still on the Preds tonight. Again, both teams. Nashville's is give or take +100 or -105. Depends where you shop around. But I have +100, -100 right now. Even money for the Preds, and 60% of the money from the public going towards the Preds. Again, this is more of a toss-up game for me than anything. Columbus at home, pretty solid, 9-3 at home this year for the Jackets. Don't get me wrong, they're pretty good. They also cover the puck line pretty well too at home, 10-3 in their last 13 at home. You got to give them some kudos there. 7-3 in their last 10 with the overs. These are again like extra Christmas gifts that we're getting between Buffalo still and Columbus. Got to keep riding out these teams. You really do. And then Nashville, on the other hand, is decent home away team as well. 10-6-1 for the Preds this year on the road, and covering the puck line, they're good too on the road. 11-6 and 6-4 with their last 10 with the overs. This side is going to be very difficult, but I do lean the Predators here on the money line. Basically, even money, +100, -100. We probably won't see more than -105 on books. Still a good number for me to take. However, my bigger lean and play on this is the over 5.5. Between these two teams, like I said, I mean they are scoring, they are giving up goals. The offenses are contributing to getting this overs. So I do like the over 5.5 a lot more than the side. Again, Nashville on the money line, I lean on this, and the over 5.5 between Nashville and Columbus. Simple as that. Okay, we have another game going to the island that is of New York. The Buffalo Sabres, who just played last night, who cashed out our over, and of course they lost to the Devils. Now heading towards basically to the island. Simple as that. Quick little ride there. Buffalo at the New York Islanders. You have the over-under set at 5.5. Islanders -205 on the money line. Hefty price. Buffalo getting +175 on the money line. 75% of the money going towards the Islanders. I'm not surprised at all. The public tends to like them. And I mean, I do too. I'm just not dropping that much for the money line. Maybe consider the Islanders in a parlay with the Carolina Hurricanes if you're feeling that. But to me, this is still a tough situation on a side for me. Islanders come in 2-5-1 at home this year, 4-6 covering the puck line in their last 10, and 5-5 in their last 10 with the overs. Buffalo comes in 4-7-3 on the road, 9-5 on the road covering the puck line. Not bad. They covered that puck line last night, as we discussed, and I said that on the show as well yesterday. That +1.5 spot that cashed out, and then 4-5-1 the last 10 with the overs. Again, Buffalo Islanders play very well. In terms of defense, big time defense. Their offense has somewhat started to wake up a little bit. Beer league hockey. I mean, we got quite a few overs last night as well in the NHL. Obviously, the nightcaps didn't really help us with the overs between the Ducks and, of course, the Flyers over. But tonight for me, I like the Islanders in the spot. I do. I like them in regulation against the Sabres. It should be a tough, gritted game for sure between the two. But Matt Barzal is supposed to be back on the ice tonight for the Islanders. That'll be a huge lift for this New York squad. He should be able to handle this. Obviously, still without some players, but the Islanders will use this holiday break as something to basically take out of tonight and start fresh, get that chemistry back. He had a good break, and they're back home again. So, they start to show some signs of life as well, the Islanders. So I would put this into consideration as well. So I like the Islanders here. In regulation, I'll consider taking them in the puck line as well, -1 and -1.5. That's how I'm feeling. I like the Isles, and I do like. I'm going to go with the over 5.5 in this spot. We did see a numerous amount. Obviously, Islanders offensively can score. They can absolutely score, but Buffalo has been giving us gifts that keep on giving. So, like I said, I'm going to keep rolling these Buffalo overs until it eventually collapses. Sure, they start off strong, and then they eventually die out. But last night, again, we got the over against New Jersey. Here come the Islanders. I mean, Buffalo's playing back-to-back. Not traveling that much, not that far at all, at least to New York. But all in all, I want to keep rocking these overs. So give me the over 5.5, Islanders, Sabres, and give me the Islanders here as well. Put them in a parlay. I like the Islanders spot here. I like them puck line as well in regulation. So I'm all over the Isles and the over 5.5. All right, 3 games left. The nightcaps. Here we go. Colorado. The Calgary Flames at the Seattle Kraken. Once again, the Kraken on a back-to-back at home. Over-runners at 5.5. Seattle comes in at +150 on the money line. Calgary -165. 75% of the money going towards Calgary there. Again, I'm not surprised. Public knows what they are talking about. Seattle +120. They opened up at, now at +150. Some money going towards the Flames. Seattle at home, 6-9-2, 6-11 covering the puck line at home, and 6-4 in the last 10 with the overs. Calgary comes in 11-4-2 on the road, extremely dominant, playing really well. Nice little break, back in action now, and Seattle, like I said, playing on the back-to-back, and let alone a tough game against the Fly Guys. Now you have Calgary, red-hot Calgary, coming into town. 11-6 on the road, covering the puck line, and 5-5 in the last 10 with the overs. Calgary is red hot, like I said, no pun intended, but they are one of the best teams in the NHL as well, especially on the road too. I mean, you have a lot of solid teams on the road that are really well, but this Calgary team is a different level team. I know it's juicy, but give me the Flames money line at -165. I will happily take that. I know it's juicy, but I will take that. I also like the Flames here on the puck line as well at -1.5. They should take advantage here of Seattle. And I mean, again, their road record shows it all, and their puck line road record shows it as well. 11-6 in the last 17 on the road. They are covering the puck line. So I'm all over Calgary tonight against the Kraken, and I like the puck line. And I also like the over 5.5. Again, I want to keep riding out these overs that I like until eventually we get back into the swing of the NHL and unders eventually start to cash, which again we saw a couple last night. But give me the over 5.5 and give me the Calgary Flames here. Simple as that. That's how I stand between the Flames and the Kraken. All right, moving on. Vancouver at the LA Kings. Over-runners at 5.5. LA -140 on the money line. Vancouver +120. This is more of a toss-up game than what people think. 55% of the money is on LA, 45% of the money on Vancouver. So, it's a half and half spot for me that I feel like. LA opened up at -115, quickly up to -140. It looks like they're moving to -145 soon enough. So. Public tickets are on the Kings at the moment. Kings at home, 8-7-1 this year, 10-7 at home covering the puck line, and 2-7-1 in the last 10 with the overs. Vancouver +120, like I said, 7-8 on the road this year, 9-7 covering the puck line on the road, and 4-6 in the last 10 with the overs. Last night we saw an under between Anaheim and Vancouver. I was way off with that one. Tonight, I want to roll the dice with the under in this spot. This might be a game where, as much as I want to take the overs, again, this is probably a game that I could see a 2-1 game or a 3-2 sort of game as well between these two hockey teams. But give me the LA Kings here on the money line. Vancouver, once again, they are red hot. No disrespect to them, but they're coming in red hot right now. Another tough win on the road in Anaheim. Now they travel just travel a little bit to LA. And, do they continue their streak? It's what they're doing is fantastic. I love what they're doing. They're playing extremely well. But I'm going to go with the LA Kings here tonight at minus 140. That's where I like it. I like the number. And I'm confident in the Kings that they should be able to take care of business against a red-hot Vancouver team. So once again, give me the under 5.5 Kings Canucks, and the Kings on the money line here at minus 140. So that's where you are in LA. And last but not least, the final game of the segment here, we have the Philadelphia Flyers, who just came off a great win against the Kraken, of course. I mean, that was a good road win to start the road trip of the end of the year, pretty much. Signs of good things to come, possibly? Maybe. Obviously, Carter Hart's still in protocol. We're probably going to get Martin Jones in net once again tonight as he plays his old team in the San Jose Sharks, which could be very, very interesting. Flyers at San Jose, the tank, the Shark Tank, as they like to call it there. San Jose, minus 160 on the money line. Very juicy price there. They opened up at minus 140, now at minus 160. A little bit of money going towards the Sharks. Philly at plus 140. Great value for the Flyers. I know they're on a back-to-back spot, but this is a good. This team seems to be pretty rested. A nice little break that they had. They come back. They come to Seattle with a good win. Maybe they make it 2 in a row on the road trip so far. However, 70% of the money is on the Sharks. Public likes the Sharks. That's a really hefty consensus right there. Minus 160, like I said, Sharks 8-7 at home this year. 6-10 covering the puck line at home, and 6-4 in the last 10 with the overs. Flyers come in, like I said, plus 140 as a dog on the money line. 7-6-2 on the road this year. All right, not bad. 9-7 on the road covering the puck line on the road. Not bad. And 6-4 as well in their last 10 with the overs. I like the Flyers puck line at plus 1.5, and I am absolutely leaning the Flyers on the money line as well at plus 140. I know the Sharks are playing pretty solid as well, but Flyers just played last night, a really tough game against Seattle. I expect them to do pretty solid once again against San Jose. Plus 140 is a great number, and I would definitely consider it. But I do like the puck line here for the Flyers at plus 1.5. I believe they should be able to take care of that, and I like the over 6. I do. Both teams are 6-4 in their last 10 with the overs, and the trend is definitely on the over in this spot, and that's where I'm leaning. Of course, we couldn't get it last night with the Kraken, but I like the over here in this spot once again. Flyers obviously very capable of scoring 3 goals of their own. Sharks are very capable of scoring 3 on their own as well against Martin Jones. So maybe we get a 4-3 win here, 4-3 sort of game. I would like that. So give me the over 6. And give me the Flyers puck line at plus 1.5 and a small dose of the money line at plus 140 there as well. So there you go. That's the slate for you. 7 games on tap. My favorite over for the night. It's a toss-up between Tampa Bay over 6 and Nashville over 5.5. But you know what? I'm going to take a shot here. As much as everyone probably loves the Tampa game over 6, and probably going to be a fan favorite of everybody, I'm going to go with the Nashville-Columbus game over 5.5 as one of my favorite top bets for tonight in terms of totals. But like I said, I like the Nashville over a lot. The Tampa Bay over 6 I love a lot as well. Carolina, Montreal, like I said, is another game. Those 3 are my top 3 overs for tonight, but my favorite one is definitely Nashville, Columbus over 5.5. And my favorite dog for tonight, I want to say Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay Lightning here at plus 135. I think it's a great spot for Tampa for sure. And a game that I'm probably most confident on, probably Calgary Flames. I think the Flames should take care of business here. I know it's a juicy price, but if you're not feeling it, take the Flames minus 1. Maybe get that push at the end, or if you're considering taking that minus 165 spot, take that as well. So Calgary, my favorite side of the night, my favorite over. Nashville over 5.5. And my favorite dog of the night is the Tampa Bay Lightning at plus 135. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out of time. Have a phenomenal night. Be safe. Happy New Year, and enjoy time with your family and your friends. All right. See you guys in 2022. Have a great evening, and talk to you guys on Tuesday as we hit January of 2022. See you guys. Happy New Year. Bye.